Everybody, video here for you. This is the fifth and final chapter of the Washington Commanders 2023 off-season. And part 5 is the final cutdowns. So part 1 was the roster overview of both the actual roster of the Washington Commanders and the differences between that and the roster on the Madden simulation that I am doing. Part 2 was free agency. Signed some free agent players. Got younger on the offensive line, which is something they want to do in real life. Also addressed tight end position, which is something they want to do in real life as well. And a few more things. Part 3 was the draft. And part 4 was post-draft free agency and changing positions for some of the players, like from middle linebacker to outside linebacker, and changing positions, like, for example, Sam Cosmi. Changed from right tackle to left tackle. What else? Oh yeah, I forgot my quarterback's name. QB1 is Sam Howell, and I couldn't remember that at the end of the last video. But here we go. Yeah, the playlist link in the upper right, Washington Commanders playlist, if you missed any of those 4 parts. And again, this is part 5, final cutdowns. Washington went 3-0 in the preseason. Not that that means anything. As you can see, Eagles also preseason 3-0. And upgrade players. Some players got upgraded each week during the preseason. And this is the last round of that. Just De'Ami Brown. All right, and if we want to check in on, let's check it. We have to do the cuts, but let's check in on the rookies, the draftees. Sam Howell up to 77, so he got 2 points in the preseason, 2 overall points. Let's see, who did we draft? No. I see Turpin is now ahead of Mill, even though he was maybe a practice squad player. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Might keep all 6 of these guys as wide receiver. Okay. Tight end is Juwan Johnson, and I think he got 1 point in the preseason, I believe. Bates as well, I think, got 1 additional point in the preseason. Again, I move Cosmi here. How much is the penalty on that? 4.5. I guess I'll keep Leno in case I'm not going to play him though. I mean, that's not really something you do in real life, but I like to have if they're just a little bit lower rated, I like to have the younger guys play. So we'll see. I probably won't trade him. Might trade a different lineman though. We'll see. What is it? 2.8 for Andrew Norwell. Might trade him and play Kindley. Avila did he get a point or not? I can't remember. I don't think he did. No, I don't think Avila did. Kindley got an extra point during the preseason. Anybody else? That rookie did not. That player did not. He's a 4th-year player. Just signed for our depth. Probably going to release him. And Javon Taylor, I think, got one. No, he didn't get one. He already had an 80. Chase Young went up. Sweat went up. Defensive tackle stayed the same. Porter got another point, I thought. maybe not. It all runs together. Burgess got another point. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, so here we are at cut down time. And the way I do, if you just click on that, it shows you this view of it. I like to get rid of the first few people. I go to NFL rosters and then I sort by overall, and then I get rid of the first few people this way. Now, if they have a penalty, I'm more inclined to keep them, even though they probably won't play ever, except maybe a couple plays as a backup here and there. 63, I could put him on the practice squad, but why bother? At a 63, so again, unfortunately, gotta sort it each time. Those guys all leave on the roster for now, and so I just skip them. That's a draft pick. He is last year's draft pick. No problem for him, so I will put him on the practice squad. Christian Holmes, he actually is on the Washington roster. The offseason roster for this year. And after the first couple, then I'd like to go probably Tony Wild Goose. But after that, then I go through by position, so I know who I can get rid of. Sometimes keep 4 running backs, but I don't need this guy. So I'll move into the practice squad. Again, we don't have a fullback. Washington uses a tight end for run blocking. On run plays, let's see. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Should I keep all 6 of those? I guess. KJ Hill from The Ohio State University. I released them. They're third-year players. You can't put them on the practice squad. Unlike the real life, since COVID, you can have players of any age on the practice squad because of how much players had to be replaced due to COVID. Put him on the practice squad as well. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I can always release another one of those. I can come back to that. All right, do not need 5. Armani he's on the roster, so he's on the contract. He must have got a signing bonus, so he has that penalty. And that's going to wash. That's going to be, that's a negative 10K savings. So that is going to be a $10,000 or $20,000 cap penalty, but that's not that much of a problem. He's 1, he's 3, and there's only one difference in there. So I guess I'll go ahead and release Dalton Keene, who's not on the roster. I think I picked him up. And we'll come back and we'll revisit that if we need to. Some of these linemen I can get rid of, definitely. Look how many. Probably at least 3 of these guys. So then we start looking at whether to trade these people. Norwell, that pretty much is $500,000, about a $450,000 cap hit there. But it depends on what you could get for them, I guess. Leno is a little bit more. That's going to be $5 million cap hit. So if I was going to take it, though, this would be the year because look at free agents. This would be the year because we have Oh yeah, cap room, $61.3 million in cap space. I don't know exactly how that happened. Probably because there's some people on the roster that aren't on the roster anymore, and they are on the Commanders roster. So this would probably be the year to do that. Let's see which one is rated higher. Leno is rated 2 higher than, no, only just 1 higher than Norwell. So this is going to be the lesser cap hit. So let's try this first. Maybe we'll get rid of both of them. Which, again, in real life, you wouldn't necessarily do. Let's see who needs a guard. And also who has the cap room to sign them, of course. Left guard right there. They got 13.8 cap room. What kind of draft pick are they going to give me? Can I get a 2 for that? And of course, always try to get more. So a 4 here. I don't think they'll give me a 2 for that. Oh, they will. They will give me a 2 and a 5. Do I have like a 7 I can throw in? And they would take that. I do have a 7 in the next year's draft. And they might take it, or it might be barely not enough. Let's see. Oh, actually. Let's see. And again, this is not so much like real. Let's see if I can get... let's look at it first. Yeah. So I would have to probably throw in at least a 3, maybe more. In one of the 4s. Yeah. How about a 2/3 round pick there? Nope. So that's how that goes. I'm gonna have to put at least a 2 in. So instead of doing that, how about just changing that back to a 2? And what did I have at a 4? And they wouldn't take a 7. But what about a 6 there? And they should take that. Yes. Okay. So again, that was just like a 7-point difference there. And so this guy is a star, so he should be leveling up fairly quickly. Yeah. So let's try to get another. This is left tackle, a little bit more in demand. So let's try to get that. And again, you wouldn't do that necessarily. $5 million cap hit. You don't throw around that willy-nilly, although some teams do that. Eventually you get in a spot where you have to just bite the bullet and take it. This is a right tackle they need. So and they're ranked in order. So like you would like to believe that if they have right tackle first, that they might give you more for the player. What am I looking for? Draft picks. So as a left tackle needed, number 1, if anybody. Two is the Niners. 3 is the Jets. Let's see, Jets are pick 11. And that is not necessarily what they can, and they're 28. It's not necessarily what they will be by the time they pick, by the time the next year's draft rolls around. It could be a much higher or lower draft pick from where they are picking. So the Jets seems it would be the front runner, as in the best pick. Trying to see if there's somebody that has left tackle as a #1 need. Not looking like it. Nope. Somebody had it for, I mean, they could switch the tackles, which they will do by itself. Let's see, pick 15, pick 12, Broncos. Yeah, let's see if the Broncos will trade me. Whoops, that's not what I want to do. I want to do that. Yeah, see, they're not going to do that because of the age comes into play. And yeah, because they don't, well, they do have right tackle and left tackle. They do have that on there. So let's see if we can do that. And a 4. Nope. Probably his age, because he's a lot older, I think, is what the problem is. So this becomes a thing of where, you know, you're going to take the $500 million cap hit for just a third, which I don't even think, I'll just try it, but I don't even think. Let's see, let's do 3rd and 7. Give us a little, make sure we get a little bit of, yeah, see, they're not even doing that for 81 left tackle. So I'll just keep him. Sorry to waste time there, but that's how these things work. And so that's way too many people there. I'm going to have to get rid of somebody, like maybe even that rookie, put him on the practice squad. I can get rid of Jordan, although he is a 69. $90K hit. We'll go ahead and take that hit. Just moving the practice squad. Moving the practice squad, he's still cut though, so it still counts. 130K, so I can release him. Me too. Or Charles. Lucas almost $1 million, $900,000. So sometimes you just gotta eat the cap space. Okay, let's move on, and we'll come back to that if we want to. He can be cut. In real life, you would want backups, but also for me here, I'll move him to the practice squad and stuff. Cutting. So we just have Chase Young and Sweat on the ends, plus the one backup, Smith Williams. But I can put in Mathis and Ridgeway as backups to play the end spot as well. So, because I am going to keep all 4 of those guys, probably. Might have to get rid of, depending on how the numbers, might have to choose between one player and the other. And this is what they do when they do cuts. I mean, they do have players ranked and stuff, but they still talk about it and, you know, contrast and compare what the team looks like without that one person, etc. So yeah, let's see. So I signed him just to put on the practice squad, but I think I might keep him or get rid of him both, but I can see what kind of draft I can get for 34-year-old Justin Houston to try to help somebody out. And that is a outside linebacker, and we'll see who needs him. Right one. Once it's left, maybe the Bengals will play ball. Will they give me a 3? Just for fun, let me do 2 for 2025. Nope. See if they will do a 3. So it's probably only worth a 4. But if I do a 5, will they give me a 3? Oh, or let's see, who else do I kind of get rid of? Do I have a left tackle or... Yeah, they can afford, they got 11.9 cap room. They can't afford both him and Leno. Otherwise, I would put them both in the trade, but they can't afford it because they'd be over the cap. Where was I? Oh, I'm looking for... I wanted to throw in a him and a 5 for that 3rd round pick. Yep, cool. Alrighty. And corners, you can get rid of a lot. Look, we've got so many corners. He can be released. I'll sign him back to the practice squad, maybe. Depends. Wild Goose, he's actually on the team. I'll put him on the practice squad. Guidry, 3 years experience, not eligible for practice squad in the game. Eligible in real life. Castro Fields is on the team in real life. I'll move him to the practice squad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Probably gonna have to cut Pride. Oh, and cut these 2 guys. Breeze. Moving to practice squad. And whoops. And McKinley. And almost want to make the, I mean, he's only 2 years younger, or 2 years less experience. But I'll go, since there's no penalty, I'll go ahead and put him on the practice squad. Somebody may sign him away if they need him. And just wait there. So let's see how many more we got to get rid of. Oh, we don't have to get rid of any more. Let's sign a free agent and see if see what our number is there. I wish it would say 53 out of 53 immediately there, so we would know. Now I'm gonna guy. There's still practice squad spots that I have. Oh, so we got rid of way too many. We have more players than we needed to, it looks like. So yeah, they should show that on there, even though you're under 53. So I should have gone backwards to get to punter. It's a nice punter to have. Okay, let's see what free agents are better than the people that I had already. To get back up to 53. Evans, 80, little linebacker. 50. Julio Jones still out there for 1 year to help somebody. Alexander Johnson, 5th year. So when you start getting down in the lower 70s, then you already have people on your team that are like that. And so not really going to help you too much to change to them. Plus most of them are old. he shows up. He's in the free agent list, but shows up as a free. He's in the free agent list because he's on the practice squad, and so he could be signed away. Is the dealio with that? Trying to think who I might need the most. Just check in to see if it, because other people might have had to release, 74 tackle there. But that's not much better than all the backups that I already have. Let's check the linebackers. What did I say? 80. Oh, right there. All right, let's just trying to find somebody to sign to see if that puts me at 53. Probably need to sign 2 people. Yeah, let's do that. Let's send these 2 guys just to check. Again, this doesn't give me any. This does not give them any signing bonus. So I can release them without any problems. Cut 1 player. Okay, so yeah, so I just need to cut 1 of those. So I did cut 1 too many players. And actually what I can do now is either not keep them or just keep the higher rated one. Just as a backup, I can even trade the other one, even though I got them off the free agent list. Let's try it. You can get a 5th round pick. I should get to showing you the finished roster instead to see what we end up with, but I'm not doing that apparently. Who need? Let's see. Who has a linebacker? That was who? Browns at 4. Chargers at 4. Dolphins at 3. It's probably going to be the Dolphins. And Dolphins and Panthers. Okay, Dolphins. Let's see. Oh yeah, they'll have a higher pick for whichever one we go to. Let's just see what their middle linebacker situation looks like. See how bad it is. They have an 80 and then 74. So also 2 80s would be better. So maybe they'll take this trade, but how much we can get is up to questions. And of course, again, you can't really do this kind of wheeling and dealing because they're too smart for that, especially since I just got them off of the free agent pick and didn't have to give up anything. So it looks like I can get maybe a 4th round. Yeah, so there you go. So now we're at 53. So we'll look at the roster and I'll do the depth chart whilst we do that as well. All right, so there's your tight ends at the fullback position. It's not going to be Gibson. What I go by for the fullback, for the blocking, is the best lead blocker, and that's John Bates, tight end, who would have been my starter if we hadn't gotten a different player. And then Armani Rogers. That's right. He was another person that I could have got rid of. And it's good to still keep people you can still get rid of, because if somebody gets injured and you're not putting them on injured reserve, you do have to cut a person to sign a person. So that actually might work out all right. So there they are in the order of lead blocking with Bates, and then Turner, and then Armani Rogers, all the three tight ends. They will let defensive tackles. This is the first year, I think, that they will let defensive tackles be fullbacks. Sorry. Oh, and just show you from this. I don't have to go. They aren't the best lead blockers, but it does have them in the list. See? And they are low, but better than nothing. Deron Payne looks like he's the best blocker. Like Refrigerator Perry style. Do your homework on that, kids. Got Pierce. Let's see, we got McLaurin, Dotson, Brown, Turpin, Milne. Yeah, we'll keep them probably in that order. Milne's the only one under contract that would have a penalty. Turpin is the fastest, though, and Turpin and Melton also will do returning picks. Johnson, Bates, and Turner there. We are going to do Cosme there. He can't because he's, yeah. They still do that. The computer still does that. Oh, because he's, yeah, they're doing the highest level of that. Whoops, wrong person, Cosme. And then, since he's not starting in 9 years, and I can probably cut him or trade him next year, I'm probably not going to play him unless somebody gets hurt. So what I do would be to put in the people that I want to. Avila is rookie, he's 73. He will not be starting, so I will have him get Kindly is starting. So that will be Charles. That would be the next one down. So I will have them be the backups for every position, and then if there's an injury, then I will change them out. So Avila, and I do have additional people if need be, but there's no need. That way when the starters get tired and they have to come them out, I guess I can have Cotton there for one of them. Avila and they're just so low. I mean, you can level up mid 60s up to higher to eventually maybe they can start, but not Kindly. We want Charles. Should I? Oh. No, Kindley's the best. I thought about putting Avila since he's a rookie, but he is an average player, a moderate, normal XP gainer, whereas Kindley is a faster than normal XP. Yeah, so theoretically, he will advance higher. It will be better overall that way. And so that's how I do. I mean, you don't do this in real life, obviously. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they do have they designate a lineman that will be the first in no matter which position. Sometimes teams do that. And here we have Smith Williams as the only end that's not a starter. And then we would have Mathis, the defensive tackle, come in after him. Payne is already a starter. Okay, and there we go. That's set correctly. Alan Payne. Tranquil and the... Oh, I forgot about this person. I'll just keep him on the roster for extra. He's got 5 years. And just let him be the backup. I wonder how many years I signed him for. At least 2. So I'll put him there, and this guy I'll just keep as a backup in case I need a new starter, in case one of the linebackers is out for a long period of time. So, but otherwise, I'll try to level up my draft pick. And let's see, do I have any other? Nope. So that's the only one. So any corners? The Porter is going to skip all those people because he can at least be a star, if not a superstar. Burgess and Murphy Bunting and Burgess are stars already. So I'll leave them there. But St. Just is not. So it's hard to see. It's hard to figure out where you want to put the people. 3 years experience, 4 years experience. Definitely want to have him, because he's a day one starter. So you give him, even though he's ranked lesser, you give him the thing. I guess we'll keep it like that. Actually, we'll give St. Just the benefit of the doubt on that. And let's see, he's under contract for 2 more years. These guys are under contract for a while there too, I think. It would be something like that. Maybe they would be, these 2 would be set and these 3 could be interchangeable. And if I didn't have as good of players as these, I could put Butler in at the cornerback position. And we can use these guys. Normally you'd put the strong safety in there, in the safety spot to get XP as a backup, or I could put Burgess there or Bunting there, but we'll leave it like this. Johnson and Butler right there. And so that's it. Also, third down, you got your kick returner and punt returner. See Turpin, Porter, Melton should be up there as well. Let's take out Porter's because he didn't get hurt. And then Turpin and Melton because they're very fast. Third down running back. I will go ahead and put Robinson in as second string, even though he's very low on there. But because I want him to get all the XP possible. And Mostert is a fine back, but he is just in case the other 2 get hurt. Or dispel them if they get tired to power backs. That is correct order. And the slot. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, we'll leave him, Jamie Brown as the slot receiver. But then let's see, take Gibson out and put Melton in. There we go for that. The right end, somebody. This is reserve right end, reserve left-hand reserve defensive tackle. Sub linebacker, that's just an order of ratings is what they put them in there, and that's fine. The slot cornerback, you can assign somebody to do it. This is about basically the order that they would have in based on, I guess, coverage. Is it man coverage that they know? Trying to see where they would go to. Awareness. So 977. Yeah, it looks like maybe they've gone by awareness here to put them in order. Something like that. It was probably just one stat that they look for on this, or maybe a combination of stats. But so we'll let Burgess do it. Burgess doesn't need to get playing time because he's a star player. So is Murphy Bunting. Porter is the second cornerback, so he'll be playing anyway. So we will put St. Houston there for that spot. And that's it. And the practice squad, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I can assign 2 more people to the practice squad. And we will get out of here. I'll be doing another video, not as part of this set, but once the draft has taken place, once free agency is over, then I will redo the draft with those free agent signings intact, and so then we'll know exactly have more of an idea what the team will be actually looking for after they do sign free agents. So I'll just sign the top 2. Trey Sermon from the Ohio State University. Sign those 2, and so now my practice squad is full, and so now, and I got the depth chart set, so now I just advance to the next week, which is the start of the season. And there you go. You set the season goal, do the weekly strategy, and you're off. Somebody already signed a practice squad member. Let's see who they got. Riley Patterson, the kicker, just like I thought. And so you would just sign somebody to replace that person. Alrighty. Thank you so much for watching. Link in the upper right to the Washington Commanders playlist. All 5 parts of this wonderful off-season look at the Washington Commanders. Thanks for watching.